Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have a tutorial on this smoky eye, and if you want to see how to achieve it, then please keep watching. So first, as always, I'm going to prime my eyes using the P Louise base in the shade 02. I'm using a flat concealer brush from Mmmmitchel and P Louise collection, and then I'm going to switch to the F12 from Colourpop. I already have some foundation on my forehead and my eyebrows done, in case you guys watching me for the first time and wonder why my face looks the way it does. So today I'll be working with the Jaclin Hill palette from Morphe, and I'm gonna use Morphe E18 brush to create the shape that I'm going for. So I'm just packing the color on the outer and inner corners, and then I'm going to connect them. I'm going a little bit above my crease because I have hooded eyes. If you don't, just go with your natural crease. If you like the outer part to be more rounded, you can go for it using the same technique. Once the color is there and it's intense enough, I'm going to lightly blend the edges without any additional product. Now I'm gonna go with this lighter orange shade, and I'm using Morphe M321 brush to blend out the edges. Next, I'm gonna go with this light transition shade, and I'm using GH40 from Morphe and Jaclin Hill collection, which is very similar to Morphe M506. I struggled with the shade the whole time. I felt like I had no pigment to diffuse the edges, but I don't remember it being like this. I think it's just because my palette is really old, so the previous two shades were perfect, but they do get dry over time. So I'm just going to move on to my lid and go back to those edges with a different powder in a few minutes because that eyeshadow was pretty useless. I'm going to be using this shade from Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette as my base just because I have it and it's a perfect match for the shimmer that I'm going to be using. But if you don't have anything like that, it's fine. You can use any eyeshadow base. This is full coverage shimmer that I'm going to be using. Or you can even use black gel liner. It's gonna make the color more intense, even though the eyeshadow itself is not black, but it's gonna look really nice. Just make sure to blend out the edges really well. For my eyelid, I'm gonna be using this shade from Mcgrath Mothership 9 palette. You're gonna see it mostly red because of all the lights, but it actually turns like olive green in the shadow. So I'm going to apply it all over the lid with my finger and then switch to a flat synthetic brush to really get there close to the crease. Now I'm going to work on those edges like I promised, and I'm actually gonna use my Maybelline Fit Me finishing powder, the same powder that I used to set my foundation. I'm using Morphe M506 brush, and I'm just reapplying it a little bit at a time until everything looks nicely diffused. I'm going to highlight using the shade from the Mcgrath palette and then move on to my lower lash line. going to apply some foundation and then lightly set my under eye with the powder. The first shade is the same that I used in my crease, and I'm using the definer brush from Morphe and Jaclin Hill collection. Now I'm gonna go with the second orange shade, and I'm using Morphe M149 brush for this step. It's a new one, I'm using it for the first time, and it's such a good tiny blending brush. Now I'm gonna go with the same shade that I said earlier was useless. I don't know why, I guess I just want the same amount of useless on each side so it looks even. And then I'm gonna switch to Morphe M506 and the finishing powder from Maybelline to fix all of that. For my waterline, I'll be using the same color from Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette that I used as a base. But if you don't have it, even a white pencil will look really nice here. I'm going to apply some eyeliner along the lash line because I'll be wearing falsies and it's gonna make everything look a lot better. Finally going to apply some mascara and lashes, and we're all done. So here's the finished look. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did and subscribe to my channel. I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!